So welcome back guys. Today we are going to start with our software engineering practical one, that is all about class diagram. Now in the last video we are done with the explanation of the class diagram, right? Today we are going to start with the demonstration of the one of the example of the class diagram. Okay, so let's start with the example of the class diagram. So these are the questions guys, basically you will get from your college. See, and these type of slips only come for the exam also. So let's start with one of its example. So this is draw a class diagram for ATM machine. ATM machine is an automated teller machine or a automatic banking machine. Why it is called as automated teller machine or automated banking machine? Of course you all have might used this automated teller machine, that is ATM machine, or your family or friends might have used, and you have heard about it, it is basically a banking subsystem. Without the clerk or any clerk or cashier or any bank teller, the person can perform its financial transactions on the behalf of the means. For example, you have the account into the HDFC bank, right? And you have to you want to withdraw the money from that account, or you have to make the financial transactions from that account to any other account in the any other bank. So you can perform that all things with the ATM machine of that bank. Okay, so let's see what this complete question says, and what this complete system is about, and how we need to develop the class diagram of in the UML star UML software. So let's see. An automated teller machine or an automated banking machine is a banking subsystem that provides bank customers with access to financial transaction in the public space without the need for the cashier, clerk, or bank teller. Now I already told you it allows us to perform the financial transaction in the public place. We need not to go to the bank. If for example you stay at some other place and the bank is so far from the place you stay, then at that time you can use the ATMs which are closer to your house, and this also allows you to perform various financial transactions. Now further it says customer uses bank ATM to check the balances of his or her bank account, deposit funds. Now what customer do with the ATM? Now it uses bank ATM to check how much balance do they have in their bank account. They can deposit the funds into their bank account. They can even withdraw the cash and also transfer the funds from one account to another account. So it provides all the facilities that we need to perform via bank. So let's hope you understood this one explanation. Now we are going to develop the diagram in the star UML software basis on this explanation. Okay, now guys, one thing you need to keep in mind, that you need not to copy, you need not to develop the same diagram I am developing for ATM machine, or any diagram you get over the internet. You have to just keep in mind that you have to understand the question, you have to get the information about this machine, that what this machine do, what are its responsibilities, its attributes, etc., and everything. And depending upon that, what you just need to do, you have to develop this diagram, because you have multiple questions and you can get any question in the slip. Okay, so there is no need to learn that diagram and develop as per that. You have to just understand the question, understand what question is saying. The complete information will be given to you about the system. If you don't know if you don't have any information about the particular system, for example, you might have not used ATM machine, but it is giving the information that what the customer can do with the ATM machine, why he uses ATM machine. It is giving the information. So depend, there is not any compulsion that you have to draw the complex diagram or anything that is available or on the internet or anything that is provided by your college. You have to just understand the question, and then you have to develop the diagram. Okay, so if you will sit and if you will sit to learn each and every diagram, it will be very difficult for you to perform this practical. These practicals, actually all the practicals of software engineering, many questions you have of many diagrams. Actually you have multiple diagrams like these. This is the class diagram, next you have the use case diagram, third you have the activity diagram, then the data flow diagram, sequence diagram, multiple diagrams you have, and in those multiple diagrams you have multiple questions. It is not possible for you to learn each and every question and each and every diagram for that particular question. So it is better to make the habit of understanding the question, and depending upon that, develop the diagram on the basis of your understandings. Okay, so let's start developing this diagram. I have took so much time of yours. So how you have to develop it is, you have to first click here, you have to press the right click over here, and you have to add the diagram like this. We have to develop the class diagram, so we will select the class diagram from here. So this is how the these are all the elements of the class diagram. Now first we have to draw the entity here. So this is the class we have to select. This will represent a particular entity. You have to press the left click, you have to drag it like this, and you have to leave the key. Here you have to specify the name for which this entity is drawn, for to whom it represents. Now we have to develop the ATM, the class diagram from for ATM. So bank of course plays an important role in that. So I am first creating the class element for bank. Okay, then you can see this entity is divided into three compartments, into three parts. First is for headings, second is for attributes, and third is for operations. So now how you can add the attributes here? You have to press right click, and then you have to go in this add, and you can add the attributes like this. You have to double click over it, left double click, and you have to write the attribute. Okay, so now guys, you can see here it is showing plus. Plus means the public accessibility, as we have seen these accessibilities in the last video. Now if you want to change this accessibility, you have to double click over it, and you have to select the accessibilities from here. Okay, control enter, or add means to add another attribute. This is to delete this attribute. This is to move this particular attribute upwards. When we have multiple attributes and we want this attribute to be up of all the attributes, or to be up of one or more particular attribute, you have to use this move up key, and this is for move down key. Okay, to move down this particular attribute. So inserting the next attribute, address of the bank. This is the code of the bank, this is the address of the bank. These two are its attributes. Now add the operations. Bank manages multiple accounts, so for that I am writing this operation. And maintains multiple accounts. Okay, So see, now I have created first element, first class entity for the bank, because bank is very important. If it only is the one that plays very important role in the ATM machine. If we'll have the bank in that and in that bank we will have one account, then only we'll be able to perform the transactions on that account. Okay, so the next one thing we will have is the customers. Okay, this class represent customers. Now what are the attributes and the operations of that customers? Now attributes will be what the name of the customer will be, the can be the attribute, the date of birth, like this. Okay, then we'll insert the operations of the customer. What operations do the customer performs? Now for example, I here only write owns, that customer owns a account. Okay, so these all are public. Okay, you can resize these elements, guys. See, like this. Okay, then I'll create one entity for account. See, here also it is asking whether you want to add attributes in there. The next step is the next step of yours is to add the attribute, or to add the operations, or to add the template, etc., etc. When you will place the mouse pointer over it, you will be able to see for what these symbols are. Okay, see, this is for super class, means I have told now earlier that inheritance, that is generalization, that one class is derived from another class. So for that it is showing. When I'll click over it, I will be having one class above this class, which will show that that class is a super class and this class is derived from that one class. Okay, so like these, only these symbols are used. I'll add attributes now. I'll add just two attributes here. That is, first is the owner, oh sorry, type of the card, oh sorry, account, and the other one is owner of the account. Which type of account means if it is a, if it is a saving account or fixed account, these type of accounts, which type of account do it is, for that it is shown. Then one entity is for ATM info. Location. Who manages this ATM? What are the operations of that, this particular ATM? First it identifies the person, and then it allows them to perform the transactions. Guys, according to this, only you have to understand the working of that particular system, that machine, and then only you will be able to develop this properly. And then one is for ATM transactions. You can guys also change its format to look this diagram very good. You can see here, you can change the line style, you can change the format, you can give the colors to it, you can change its alignments, everything and everything, to give a good impact of yours on the teacher while exam. In the exam you can do that. Okay, date on which transaction is performed at the ATM, and on which date, and which type of account on which the transaction has been performed. Okay, and then also it modifies the things in the account as well. Okay, then what four things these transactions do, means what four type of transactions can be: withdrawal, then checking uh, how much cash do we have in our account, checking the balances, that is to perform the transaction, that is from for transferring the amount from one account to another account, pin validation or pin changing if you want. Okay, so let's change its names. First is for withdrawal. Just a second, I need to plug my PC so that it should not get switch off. Okay, this would be for query, means to check the balance. I am giving the name it as query. You can give it the name as checking balance or anything you want, guys. It should be relatable. Transfer, pin validation. Okay, you can also draw one more entity for checking the for doing the deposits into the account. Okay, for depositing the funds. Okay, so let's add the attributes here. How much amount do you want to withdraw? First important thing for the withdrawal will be this. And the operations it will perform is withdrawal. Okay, here to check the balance, first it may ask for the type of the account or any information about the account, and it may also give it the query ID. Then the operations can be processing and giving you the reply, showing you the information. Then when you want to perform the transactions, you have to specify the amount you want to transfer, how much amount you want to transfer, and then the account number, and it identifies. Okay, so like this you can write the constraints here so that you can get the get the information that why these both are connected to each other, why there is an association between these. Okay, so the next step is what the next step is. Now see, we have created the association between the entities, but we have done no in the last video that these entities may have one to many relationship or many to many relationship, etc. Now here it shows that bank has customers, but I want to specify it correctly that one bank may have multiple customers, and one customer may have account in one bank only or multiple bank, etc. So how I'll do that, I'll click over this association line and see here it will show its complete details. You may change the font, line style, you may format it, and you can give the alignments, etc., change the alignments, etc. And here when you will go down, you will see this multiplicity. You can change this like this. Now bank may have many customers, so one to many I can use here, or 0 to, it can't be 0 to many, of course, 1 to many. So it will show that this has 1 to many relationship. Okay, then again here you can create the cardinality relationship, like one to bank has many ATMs at the different places, like this. Okay, so hope you guys are getting it. So see, from this site I have inserted that one bank may has many ATMs, and many ATMs may have one bank. Okay, now here at this site, actually at this site it should be one bank, right? So I'll click here on this point, and then here I'll select one. One bank may have many customers. So this one bank, at this end you have to select at this end. It should show different one, actually it is not showing like this. Where what we have done here, no, you have to select at this side and then you have to click on this side. It will allow you to change give the cardinalities on both the sides, so that you can understand that one bank may have multiple ATMs, and multiple ATMs may have one bank. Okay, it's maybe for one bank. Okay, so like this only you have to do. Here also it should perform well. Actually, why it is not showing well? See, like this. One bank may have many customers. Many customers may have one bank. Like this, you have to do. You have to click here, and then it will allow you to insert, or from here you can do. Okay. So this is the diagram for our ATM. This is the class diagram for our ATM machine. So you can develop the diagram like this. Hope you understood this one diagram. Guys, there is no compulsion, as I have already told you, to develop the diagram like this only. Depending upon your understanding of the question, develop the diagram. Okay, so hope you guys understood. Any queries, as I always say, please mention in the comment section below, and hope you guys understood this practical. Till then, please subscribe so that you can get the notification. Click the bell icon, very important. And Okay, guys, bye bye. Have a good day.